So when I say those things, I'm not particularly a fan of what they're doing. That said, I do respect the fact that they're at least aware it needs to happen. I think there's too much ego involved there. I think they want to remain the upper class that they've been, of course. I don't think it's going to work that way. I think humanity as a whole is going to reach a level where we're just not going to tolerate that anymore. We all need to work together, and that includes them and us. This line of thinking they have that we can't handle the truth and all that, well, that's a bunch of bullshit, because we can. I can. Was it easy? No. And quite frankly, any beings that can at this point, I think we've reached that point in natural selection where those beings will probably die off relatively soon if they can't handle what's really going on. You're going to have to adapt. And maybe they know that. Maybe it's just a big misconception. Maybe it seems bad because everybody bitches about it because they're not part of it. But I really think it's a vulnerable place to put society the route that they seem to want to go, which is, people say communist, but I think collectively working as a group is a good thing. A small group of them basically looking after and handling a large group of us is a very, very, very vulnerable place to put a population, and that's essentially where we've been. And I think they're underestimating the change that's going to happen in the general population. But we'll see. We'll see. I do accept their job and what they do, and God, it's not an easy job. That said, I think they're sort of gearing it to work the same way that it has, and I don't think that's going to happen. So that's generally speaking 2012, and specifically what to expect. There are entirely too many variables in the universe, and especially in this world right now, for anyone, any being, and that includes aliens, to accurately predict how this is going to go down. I think that's something that needs to be understood, that this largely depends on you, me, and everybody around us right now. So be careful how you act. We've got a major time of change right now, type of deal where in a year we can evolve 100 years worth of time right now, and in 1,000 years from now, that makes a tremendous difference, and we're all a part of that. I think we all need to start being better to each other. I think we need to just drop violence entirely. It's entirely unproductive. But anything could happen. It could go terribly. I don't think it will, because there's too many consequences for other places. We're just too close to being able to get out into space openly for that to happen. So I think they're really going to strongly influence us to change in a positive, more accepting, less violent way. They kind of need to. But those are my thoughts and my opinions on it. Like I said, I think we're still not quite ready to start forming this. I think we got to go through this process still. To act like it's over is unfortunately delusional at this point. It's very much just kind of getting into the thick of it, and we'll get through it. But be kicking around ideas, if you're of the age that on the other end of that you're going to be potentially in a leadership role, think about what you're going to do, because someone's going to have to be responsible for stepping forward. I hope to be one of those people. I know there will be lots of us, and let's just sort of spend some time thinking about what's gone wrong and how we can fix it and how we can build something sustainable. So the last thing I want to tell you guys about is something cool. Alright, so I want to tell you some cool tricks on how to use your own brain more efficiently. I'll just go with one for right now, but we need to understand that we only use 8% of our brains, and there's an incredible capability there that's not accessed. And if we all access this capability, we're all going to be better off. So a simple trick I want to teach you for remembering things that I was taught by the aliens and it's kind of a funny story about Bill Gates and Windows behind it, which I'm not going to go into. I wish I could. I'm not going to do it. But here's what you do. You need to organize your thoughts and memories in order to have, if you want to have better memories, which everybody wants to have. We all want to be able to recall everything. And the amount of space on your brain, it can't be filled up with information. You can't do it. It's too big. So what you do is you develop some sort of filing system in your brain. Okay? And here's how you access it, just like you access anything in your brain, by thinking it. So, for example, what I do, because I want to remember the dates that things happened, want to remember the times that things happened, things like that, certain experiences I want to remember, is the beginning of your day, and sleep's important to get, and I have horrible insomnia, but it's important to get so your brain remembers different days. It's very important. But at the beginning of the day, picture this as basic Windows on your computer. Open up a file, and today's file for me says December 21st, 2009. And just think to yourself, okay, I'm opening up a file that's going to record everything that happens today, and it's under the file December 21st, 2009. File's open, okay? Then start your day. Then when you get to the end of the day, close that file. right as you're going to bed. Close that file, and while you're doing that, sort out your different memories of the day. And if you want to get this specific, I wouldn't recommend doing it at the beginning. I can't remember to do it every hour, but you can say, all right, now within the file of December 21st, 2009, I want to open a file that says from 6 to 9 a.m. And you can even go down, as far as by the hour, by the minute, if you could think to open and close the file every minute, but that's not helpful. But as you're closing that file, sort your different memories into different folders within that file. And it's just basic stuff, you don't need to get too specific, but get specific enough. You just need to remember how to access the file, what the file's called, basically. So let's say I go spend time with my dad. I'll say memories of me and my dad, or I'll open up a file that says, okay, memories with my father, and I'll put them in there. And that's where I'm going to put all the memories with my father. That way, someday when he's gone, I can go back and remember those things and what he taught me and what it was like and all that stuff. And just sort of do that for each experience you have of the day. Let's say something general knowledge, you want to learn how to fix your windshield wiper on your car. Before you read how to do it on the internet, or before you watch a YouTube video of someone showing you how to do it, open up a file that says, general knowledge, mechanical things, fixing an automobile windshield wiper, and then whatever it is, the problem underneath that, and then watch it, then close all that up, go back, you'll retain it perfectly. But you'll be amazed that the hard thing is the discipline, and it's just the discipline of taking a little bit of time to do it. And if you do it, you will be amazed at how much you can retain to the date. Hey, you'll say, what date did this happen? Oh, that was November 11th, 2009. You'll know it like that. So practice that. Like everything, it takes a little bit of time, but it really helps your memory out, and we want to be able to remember things so we can fall back on those memories so we don't make the same mistakes, or so we can learn from things we've done before. And last thing I want to touch on before I end this, and I thank anybody who's listened this long. I'm glad it's of interest to you if you're listening this long. I really am. After the first of the year, I want to start doing some really cool things, including website. I want to work on that, and there's some certain things that I'm going to need with it, but I've got some cool ideas. So I'm wanting to start up a website with a lot of different things, and possibly even a radio show type deal. It'll be an hour a day, and a podcast type area and all that. To this point, this has not been profitable, what I've been doing, but I also haven't been trying to make it profitable. But it's getting a good response. And basically what I want to ask for is anybody who has experience with websites specifically, and tube type video like the YouTube site, if you would contact me and are willing to donate some of your time to help me develop this, I would really appreciate it. I think it'd be a good thing for everybody. It'll probably be something that I'll start trying to sell some advertising on and stuff like that. This is never anything I will get rich off, nor do I want to. As a whole, I want to create a forum on there, and I really want to make it something big that a lot of people go to. So if you either have the ability to develop websites like that and are interested in working with me, it would be something that would pay financially a little bit in the future, most likely. But it would be something good to do for people, and if it's something of interest to you, a hobby if nothing else. Either that, or if you happen to be one of the few lucky individuals who have more than enough money laying aside for yourself, for your current needs and your family, I could use some help with some things that I'm doing, if this is a cause that you believe in, if you've been watching what I've been doing. And yeah, I could use some help and some investment in things like a website, a little bit better camera, and I need to find a way to make this work, because it's something I enjoy spending my time doing, and I need it to help day to day. And I've asked the beings that I work with what to do with this, and they said openly approach people, that there are people out there that believe in what I'm doing and want to help. Anyway, that's all I have to say today. I really thank everybody for listening, and yeah, feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel. There will be a lot more stuff coming up here. Of course, as always, I'm going to keep adding to this, and shoot me questions if you're interested in this stuff, if you have questions. Like I said, I'm hoping on being able to start a radio show over the internet on this topic, and I think that'd be a really cool forum for everybody. So anyway, thanks for listening, friends. I really appreciate everybody's support and all the nice words everybody sent to me. If you could help me post these on different forums, help get the word out, I'd greatly appreciate it. And yeah, look forward to hearing from anybody who wants to write, and I thank everybody who's taken the time to do so.